Hey everyone, it's Victoria Rooney. I'm here at the Northeast Film Festival Horror Fest, and I'm joined by
Rebekka, Raphael.
And Magdalena, Borlando.
Perfect. So can you guys tell me a little bit about the project that you're here for today, and what was your guys' roles in it?
So I was the director, and our film, The Pink Champagne, is kind of about, I guess it's a psychological drama between sisters, where one sister kind of finds that the other sister has like killed her boyfriend, basically, and they kind of then have a very cursed slumber party in response to it.
I love that.
Yeah.
A little tease there. I love it.
Yeah. I play Karen, who's one of the actors there. I play the murderer. I have a sort of, a possession psychological breakdown that leads to the murder of my boyfriend. So we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, sounds it. Love it. So then tell me a little bit about what it was like directing and, the process through that, and then what it was like transforming into that character. That seems pretty fun.
What was it like? I guess it was a little stressful because I'm in grad school right now. So I think me and my classmates are all learning how to work together. And so that just comes with certain challenges. But ultimately, I don't know, I feel like we came out way stronger. It does pay off. It feels a little traumatic sometimes, but I think that's my comment on it.
Definitely.
This was my second time working with Rebekka, so there was a lot of trust and comfortability there. I never felt sort of nervous going in.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and for the previous project too, there was a lot of big physicality moments transforming into this character, and that's just something I really like to do, and something I think we collaborate really well on.
Oh yeah, this is like the queen of genre, to be totally honest.
I love horror films.
That's what I was going to ask you next. I was going to ask if you guys tend to gravitate towards horror, or if you like to kind of expand into other genres.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like genre in general. I grew up with a lot of science fiction and horror stuff, so I think it's kind of whatever imagery fits what we're trying to get across. And so I'm the vision. So it's I don't want to necessarily use tropes just to use them, but I think they're a great shorthand that hit the audience in a way that other spaces don't. So I love horror. Yeah.
And yeah, totally. I grew up on horror. I love it so much, and also just as an actor, it's what I tend to be cast in a lot, even especially monsters too. I recently played Satan, full SFX, prosthetics. So that was really cool. I love those sort of physical transformational characters.
Really to get into it, transform into it. That's so cool. That must be such a fun process to get into that.
It really is.
Yeah, it sounds like it was a really safe set, amazing set. You guys had a lot of trust. That's amazing. So then tell me what you hope that the audience will take away from the film. What's one message you hope they take away from it?
Yeah, I guess that's a really good question. I guess for me, when we were making the character of Karen, that I wanted her to kind of be I guess two sides of a coin of sort of trauma, and then kind of the kind of person you turn into if you don't kind of come up against and do the shadow work basically to work through it. And so I hope that they treat her with empathy, honestly, and don't just see her as a monster, to be totally honest, which is kind of my fear. But I hope that they are just oh, I feel something for this character, even if she's scary.
Yeah, they're definitely more than one-sided, for sure.
Totally.
Yeah, I think no one snaps overnight. There's a lot of things that build up, and us, when we see that happen to someone, we don't know what has led them to that point. So in the movie, we don't sort of show that either. So that, I think, adds a sense of horror there, and that's it. That is one of the horrifying things in real life. So I hope it makes people think of that and have empathy for those people. Yeah.
It's really relatable and realistic, for sure. So tell me a little bit about your guys' favorite memory on set.
Favorite memory on set? That's really hard because there's so many. I mean, I guess we kind of, it's so funny. We I think the most emotionally intense scene, we did not do justice in terms of catching it on camera, because it was at the very end. But I feel it was one of my favorite scenes to do because I got to be highly involved, and it was fun to hear the response, because there was a lot of screaming, and other the crew members were oh my god, what's happening? They got scared, and it was just even though we didn't even get to put it in the film, as a director, it was really satisfying creatively in a way where I was oh, it's interesting to get satisfaction and not even have to show it off. Yeah. And so that was a good lesson for me, to be oh, there's a lot of, I don't know, growth you get on set, basically.
For sure.
Yeah. There's a scene where we have a food fight with cake. and we get to just eat it. And we, of course, it's the most gorgeous, like spectacular cake. And Rebekka was like, just go for it, destroy it. So that, yeah, destroy it. That was so fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. Oh my gosh. So tell me a little bit about where we could find you guys, where we could follow along with the film.
My like Instagram is Rebekka with 2 Ks with an extra R and an extra A, which makes it more complicated. But yeah, that's it.
Perfect.
Thank you.
My website is magdalenaborlando.com.
Perfect. Thank you guys so much for chatting with me. Thank you.